So most of you in this room, you all have organizations, right? When I say organizations, downlines. Some has 5,000, 3,000, 4,000, all of these things, right? So we think we have. Have you met those 1,000 people? Probably in the 1,000 people, you know how many? Like 50? And like you see them every day, every week. So if you see, I'm just trying to make a point because I remember one time in my early other networking company, I also reached a maximum of 7,000. And I was just so proud of it because I did it like in 6 months, 7,000 downlines. And I had proof of it, it's printed on I printed it out, 7,000. I showed it to VJ, I have 7,000 people. He told me, really? Are you sure? I said, yeah, it's here, look. I have 7,000 people. Okay? Until one day, I didn't know, I was sleeping that time. I mean, it was nighttime, I was sleeping. When I woke up the next day, I didn't know there was a new company that set up, open up. Okay? A better looking babe company. You know what I'm saying? A younger company. So all of those 7,000 people that I thought was mine, okay, like probably 6,999 joined that company. I didn't know. They didn't tell me. So I thought I had 7,000 until that month my check came. And I was like, I went to the company, I thought they were cheating me. The check really dropped really almost forget about even getting the check. It was so embarrassing. What happened to the 7,000 people I had? They were not there. I never actually owned them. So when we speak of an organization, right, it's an organization wherein you could say, hey, you have strong hold of those people. Like I would say out of the 1,000, he might have a good hold on, I don't know, probably 5 or 10. What do you think? That 7,000 I had, I didn't realize the only good hold I had was 2. That those 2, despite them knowing there's a better babe-looking company, still they didn't join because of their loyalty with me. So I realized I only have 2 in my organization. And those 2 didn't even have any, which it becomes my failure. You know what I'm saying? It becomes my failure. So this is always tested. And crunching times. When we're faced with challenges, when there's a press, we meet whatever situation, right? We get to realize how many we actually have in an organization. Like when VJ calls me, when he calls his leader at that time, we drop everything. There's no explanation of things. He needs us there, that time, that hour, we come. It's not like we have other excuses. Totally, we have to be there. And that is your people. That is your organization. So don't be fooled by the numbers in your downline. That doesn't mean anything because you don't have a hold on them. The people you have hold with is the people you're building closely together. Probably the most you could have is I would say what? A good 10. And that's already hard to maintain. Because a good 10, imagine if you're going to give that 10 1 hour every day. That's already 10 hours. I'm telling you, it's difficult. It's not easy to have close partners. So see, we're in the world. I mean, this is not just networking, and I've seen this, and it's very sad because most of us, most of your leaders, most of your people are not ready for the possible success they may have, and also for the possible bad weather. Sometimes there's bad weather, you cannot go out. There's storm. There's tsunami, there's challenges, no sales. Economy is bad, what can you do? Now, do you have enough buffer in the bank to support your lifestyle that you started? Are you ready to tighten your belt? Because you've gone fat. And that's a literal term, gone fat, meaning your lifestyle has gone fat. You got to reduce. So see, leaders, networkers, these are the things we have to prepare ourselves. Because see, when the days are good, when checks are good, we take all the glory. Is that not right? Glory is upon us when we're earning a lot of money. When there's problem, we blame the rest, not us. You know, I remember there's one Iranian I met that time. He was a taxi driver back home. He was a taxi driver back home, simple taxi driver back home, and he joined Gold Quest that time. And he was earning good. One day, all the police, they call it majlis, came and picked him up, throw him in jail, and was interrogating him. They were asking him, where did you get your $1 million? Imagine a taxi driver, one day, has $1 million in the bank. How would he explain that? So, of course, he was saying, oh no, from Gold Quest. What Gold Quest? There's no company here called Gold Quest. How do you explain your $1 million in the bank? You were just driving a taxi. How do you explain? So he didn't realize, see? He didn't realize that, hey, the potential of this earning could be this. So he was like unaware of it, and he also didn't know the type of challenges that you would have once you have money, right? So many people want it. They're going to knock on you. Some would not knock, but would put you in jail, get you in trouble. They want to, so you need a lawyer now. You have to spend for lawyers, you have to spend for this, you have to spend for that. So then you just spent your $1 million for the problem you've created. That's why making money, guys, I've realized making money is easy through network marketing. But keeping it, maintaining it, hiding it from these bad people who's going to take it away from you, that is a challenge. Now, I might be sounding already like doom thing, but guys, this is reality, what we face in the network marketing industry, the challenges we have as leaders. So an actual preparation, an actual having a perspective, a whole plan must be in place. Just like any businessman must have in place a plan. Just like any company he knows that would grow, he must have a plan in terms of handling market, handling publicity, handling his PR, handling banks, handling accounts, handling expenses. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just signing people up anymore. That's why I always say in my training before that you cannot just be a networker. You cannot just remain a networker signing people up. I just wanted to be before. I didn't want to be GMD or do any other thing. I just want to sign people up. That's what I'm good at. I didn't want to learn anything. I just want to do that. But VJ telling me, cannot. You cannot remain successful if you're just going to be a networker. You got to grow into a CEO. You have to be a CEO. Because how are you going to run your organization? How are you going to support your organization if you're just a networker? As far as you're concerned, you just make check, okay? Recruit people, sign up. You don't want to take the responsibility, right? You just want to collect checks. But guys, the bigger the check you have, the bigger the problem you will have, the bigger the challenges you would have. It comes with it. You want money? Be ready. Because see, building an organization is pretty much that. Having a proper perspective, right? What's the next one? Prospecting. And prospecting, I know your level of prospecting, most of us right now, our level of prospecting is just what? Who am I going to sign up, right? When you talk about prospecting, most of your downlines, probably most of you, right now, you're thinking, who can I sign up? Is this right? Huh? When I say the word prospecting, what comes into place? What comes into mind? I don't know. Prospecting, prospect. Prospect for what? Sign up. People, you have to take prospecting into another level. Today, when I prospect, right, when you prospect today, don't just look at downline. Because prospecting pretty much is across the board. Prospecting also is prospecting what country to build. Is that not prospecting? What, you just decide, you wake up one day, you're going to open Rwanda? Did you do your proper prospecting? When you say prospecting, you pretty much gauge, right? So meaning we have to take prospecting in a different level now. As leaders, I cannot be talking to you about prospecting, how to find a sign-up. Is that what you want me to talk about? How to find a sign-up? You all know that right now, right? Prospecting, actually, you take it in a different level, raise the bar higher in prospecting. It's a lot of things. Prospecting the right partner is necessary. Is that not right, Donna? Prospect a right partner, because see, if you don't have the right partner, you're in trouble. Or even in your whole people you meet every day, you cannot just be looking, okay, let me turn this person to a networker. No. Because some of these people in your network could be your doctors, your dentists, some of them could be your architect, some of them could be your, some of your downlines could be your own PR people. They might not be good at going up on stage or talking, but they're all essentials in your organization. Do you think today that QI is just relying on networkers? You think when Dato was prospecting, he was just prospecting the Japas and the Patmans? He was prospecting finance people every day. When I see him, he's looking at who can I hire? Who can I add to my team? See, this is why you have to take your prospecting in a different level. When you go to a country, you cannot just be thinking, let me sign up thousands of people. What about tomorrow if you're shut down? Who are you connected with? It's your country. Do you know the big people in those countries? Are you connecting with them? You have to. You have to prospect them, not to sign them up, but hey, let me talk to these people. I need to show them this business before it even explodes. Why? They need to understand QNet. They need to understand what this business is all about, because I'm looking at long term in Russia and Kazakhstan. I'm looking at protecting my business as well, because QNet is not here. But I'm here. You understand what I'm saying? That's also prospecting. You have to be prospecting in this way now. Who's the DED? Who can help us? Who can approach? How can we set up? Who could be a PR that would be helping us? Who could be supporting us? Who we could, talk to and explain so that they know who we are. You know the problem most of the time when most of your people go to another country? This is the problem. The Indians, the American Indians? They live tribes, right? There's always chief of the tribes, right? In the early days, when the traders, the cowboy traders, they would sell mirror, right? They would sell utensils. The Indians has not seen this. Do you think those traders would dare go straight to the tribes people and sell them the products? Huh? They even have more common sense than us, and this is like 1500th century or whatever. They would not go to the tribes people and sell them the comb or sell them the whatever they have, the utensils. You know who do they go to first? They go to the chief of the tribe. Chief, buga buga buga, whatever their language is. They show the mirror like this. Oh, see how handsome you are, chief. Then they give a gift or a knife, Swiss knife or whatever, a utensil. Then the chief, he gets so excited because he was given the honor. What honor was he given? The respect, the edification. What edification? That he was approached first. Not to sign up, but chief, this is good. And you can sell this to your people, right? And they're going to benefit from it. And who's the hero? Who's the hero? The chief is the hero. Because hey, tribes people, look at this mirror. You can use this. Very nice. These are my friends. And they sell. And he gets commission. See? He gets some commission on the side. The chief. So the chief protects. You know what I'm saying? If there's other traders that would come, right, the chief would immediately know. Cut it. Why? Because he's got business with this one. That's common sense. But see what networkers do. We go to a country, right? F the chief. Let QNet talk to them. Let me go. Sign up the tribes people. So the tribes people get so excited, wonderful product, and they're all making money. And the chief wakes up, one day and he goes, what the F is happening? His tribes is having different, what's happening? They're having their bombs, their BPP or whatever, trainings, and a lot of them are going to the V. And the hell, what's going on here? Immediately, what would he do? Shut down. Come on. Are we not in this story? Huh? So prospecting, you must take into another level. To be successful, to build a huge organization, must not only comprise with your leaders. An organization must comprise of people who's actually also going to be consumers of those products. Because really that's what the longevity, the sustaining, the maintaining of your organization. We must have what they call distributors that would actually use the product, would be happy with the product. You know what I'm saying? Would promote the product. And there are people like that. They're not big talkers on stage. They're not going to be Patman on stage talking. Because most of us, we focus on just building leaders. But see, you also need the people that would consume. They might not be talkers, but they're buying the products because they like the product. And in fact, this should comprise at least 60 to 80% of our organization, because these are the people that would be buying. The reason also our company is not so product-oriented, because as a company, we're not product consumers. There's no drive towards that. In fact, even we introduce as many products, who's going to consume? We built an organization based upon signing up leaders. My opinion. But see, in these times, we got to start making some shift. See? Because see, I remember in the early days when Dato and I were starting with the V at that time, we were very excited because we chose a product that pretty much was above all the products competitor we have at that time, marketing-wise, because we didn't need to spend so much time on explaining the effect of this product. We just dropped the coin. Ding! We don't need to explain. So we cut 2 hours explanation and we go straight, show me the money. See? That's how we built Gold Quest that time. Show me the money right away. So we cut easy duplication. Even a child knows, what's your product? Ding! You know what I mean? I remember Ferdy and those early leaders that, they're so show off. They're going to come to a business presentation and they're going to go, Ferdy would go, okay guys, you want to start this business? My first advice, you should buy a pair of shoes. So everybody like, okay, that's his advice. Okay, then once you have the shoes, you throw the shoes, you keep the box. So they're wondering why they're keeping the box. So he takes out his box of coins, gold coins, and there's a table in front. He pours it like this. Now, this is the use for the box. Why I told you why you need to buy a box. Because in this business, right, they have this thing that they're going to send you coins every week. Every week, the cycle coins we call. You're going to have coins every week coming. Even if you don't buy it, it just comes. So everybody was so excited, right? And what was the motto? One-time purchase. You know what I mean? Those are all the lies that we used to say. One-time purchase, right? No shipping. No, there's shipping. But mostly we didn't ship right away. No storage. What are the things? No maintenance, no all of these things. All the things we hated with all the different companies, we took out. And we turned it into our first network marketing. And we were the hottest babe in town. Why? All the rest paid in local currency, we paid in US dollars. Everybody paid monthly check, we paid weekly. Okay? That was a hot babe. So everybody was like signing up. We were, if you like the hotel venues, okay? Presentation, 2,000 people. They're all lining up outside. And that time we were still manual. We were kicked out of the big 5-star hotels. Why? Because our concept before, why are we going to sell products? We don't have a consumer. So first, let's build leaders. So we build leaders. And now we have leaders. But the problem is, they don't want to consume. They just want one time, as what was promised. But see, to build a successful organization, we ourselves must be consumers of our own product. No matter what product that is, we must believe it's the best product in the planet. Because that's what we need to send out as a message. And until we do that, we would not be encouraging QNet to bring more products. So there's some need for us individually, as an individual, as a company, we must have this ability to actually change. Like what Dato was saying yesterday, we need to adopt. We need to change with the times. So the challenges we're facing in the field right now is pushing us, is forcing us for that change. So we must be versatile. Okay? Then, what's the most important next thing in building an organization? It's presentation. First, you show them a big picture. That is a form of presentation that I'm actually doing to you right now. I'm giving you a bigger perspective. I call it proper perspective of things. In fact, I call this would be like a 4-piece, I would say. 4-piece. First, I show you a perspective of the industry. Proper perspective of the industry. What is network marketing? What it is today? What people think about us? What they don't understand about us? What's their view? Because this is very important. We know how to attack. We know how to battle this type of challenges that we are facing. So proper perspective, right? Then proper perspective. Proper perspective. We must also know the people we're going to be signing up or becoming liars on in terms of our organization. We must know where we could use them best. Just like, the Korean army. You go to a Korean army, you go to the kitchen, the cook. They tested a cook in the Korean army. Okay? It's a 5-dan black belt taekwondo. Even a cook can do heavy commando and everything. You cannot underestimate even a cook. You know what I mean? So meaning they're very versatile. They know exactly. So what I'm saying is that you cannot just have someone because some would be very good at a particular thing, but it's good that we learn all of those aspects as well. We understand all of those aspects, and that's what makes us a strong, team. Sometimes you could play forward, sometimes you could play defense, you could play, goalie at times, and this is what makes us a very strong organization. Then, of course, presentation. When I speak of presentation, what comes to mind? Patman would say, presentation. See, for me, presentation, again, I take it in a whole different level. Presentation that's fine. You should learn to present that way. But there's so many ways of presenting. It starts from yourself, actually. The words you say, how you approach things, how you present yourself in public, how you present yourself on a one-on-one. How convinced you are, how eager you are, how you're not sure about what you're saying is a whole package in itself. How you would dress up. Those are little things, guys. But we're not aware of it. From what we would smell, how we would look, grooming, you know what I mean? How we smile or how we react, what we say, our remarks, our facial expression on certain things. You cannot fake it. It comes. Your confidence could be read from afar. So presentation is a whole package thing. It's not just the art of showing how the plan is. It's from how you get into that, how you get into the stage, how you set up the actual meeting is very important. How you set up the meetings, right? How you would be introduced in that meeting is very important. That's why I always use the rule, the pyramid rule. Okay, this letter A is the one gonna present. He's gonna present. He's the presenter. Okay? B is his downline. Okay? C is the prospect of the downline. So now he's gonna present to the downline, the prospect. He would present to the prospect. See, the prospect doesn't know him. Right? So if this guy is not there, there's no rapport because, trust, how do you build in a few minutes? It's difficult. But see, the scenario we have is the prospect is very close to the downline. In fact, before he brings him to meet this guy, he already has built him up. You know what I mean? Oh, he's a V partner. He's like this. He's like that. He's making this much. He's like this. He's blah, 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 blah. So this guy is already hearing about this person. So this is built by this person. See? You understand? And at the same time, if this guy, if the downline is the one presenting directly, he might have some challenges because, you know, the guy used to see him in his shorts and he's just so close to the guy, he would not believe so much. You know what I mean? He does because he's so close. So it's a perfect presentation setup. That's why before we don't go by ourselves. We always bring someone. You bring your upline in the beginning to present to your prospects. Because presentation must be effective. Because presentation, you're giving someone a gift. I always say this, present is a gift. You give someone a gift, you must know the person. You must know who you're giving it to. You know what I'm saying? So you can effectively connect. Because presentation means presenting your vision, presenting your mission, presenting who you are, presenting who the company is. And you must be proud of that. You must be proud of who you are. You must be proud of that I am a network marketing person. And what's the last one? The last P. So you remember all the 3 P's I've already given you? Proper perspective, proper prospecting, proper presentation. The last P is not Patman. The last P is persistent. A networker cannot afford not to be persistent. You know what persistent is? You know what persistent?
Doing the same thing again and again.
Well, that's one. For me, persistent is like unstoppable. There's just no stopping, there's no quitting, no slowing down. You're just persistent. Because what really made us successful, what made everybody in this company who's successful today, even QNet, why QNet is so successful, because we're just so persistent. We went through a lot of S in the last 15 years. We've been beaten up like hell by the media, by the press, by so many countries. But, right, as long as we don't stop, we persist. See, that is if there's any secret, I could, tell you, just don't quit. Just don't stop, and you would never fail. Really. And for us to do that, it takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of stomach. It's a war out there, and it's not just in network marketing. Life is tough. Life is difficult. It's very challenging. But one good thing in network marketing, okay? God, I'm not alone. What gives me the heart to just continue again and again? Because there's just amazing camaraderie worldwide. Recently, I flew Egypt. The groups in Egypt, they have some challenges because group, breaking apart. Every group, they want to be the leader of their group. They all I also kind of slap them, you know what I mean? Dude, there's this being independent is a state, it's just freaking arrogance. Nobody can ever be independent. We all want to be independent. That's a freaking lie. Because we're all dependent upon people. You cannot even live. I mean, when my maid leaves, I'm totally screwed. I need a maid. I need people in my life. I need this, I need that. You're all dependent. But these people who say, hey, I want to be independent. Yeah, really? Try it. You can't. You're dependent on people. Now, the day we accept that we cannot be independent, then we embrace dependency in a very positive manner. We'll realize that everybody I need to take care of everybody because I need them. They should be part of my life. They should be part of my community. They're part of the world. I cannot be separated from anybody. No matter what race, what religion, I don't care. We're all dependent upon each other. And this is very important as a leader to understand. The day you understand I'm dependent, then you'll be humble. You know you won't survive alone. And this is what network marketing is. So the reason you were invited here in ICE is so we can connect. In fact, again, I want to go to your countries that I could fly to, that I'm invited to, and just really spend, 4 hours, 5 hours every day with you, with your people. And let's just go back to basic. Let's build again, but this time with the wealth of experience we have. Let's build now this way. Because we cannot do what we were doing 15 years ago. We cannot. And some of you are still trickle-down effect from the 15 years ago or the 10 years ago. We must totally re-strategize. Tell me how you do it in Russia. Probably I could give you some tip on how you could tweak. How you do it in Syria. You have a set of challenges as well. Indonesia is one, resilient country. Amazing. And they just keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. Persistence is the name of the game. Okay? So in this eyes, I hope you might not have picked up everything, but pick up the energy. You know what I mean? Bring the energy back to your place. And rethink, you re-strategize, build your organization, and really believe that network marketing is the greatest business in the planet. It is. Okay, so thank you so much.